like I said, at the same time, also talk a little bit about my personal history and background and the work that we are doing as an organization in terms of what are we doing to try to put an end to this conflict and to really provide for hope for the Palestinian people and for a better and brighter future for all those who live here. We will start, this road we're on now, let me say, used to be the main road that connected Jerusalem to Hebron, and the name of it is the Jerusalem-Hebron Road. But as you notice when you came through a new road called Route 60. And just to imagine that not long ago, Israeli cars with Israeli Jews in their cars would be driving on this road to come into Bethlehem or to go to Hebron. Settlers would be driving on this road. The army would be driving on this road. So this was the main highway, and now it's just become a main road inside Bethlehem itself. You have to actually get off a main road to come on to this road. And at one point we will see the other side of where this road leads, which is the wall. We'll just have the experience of seeing the end of this road now, which is the wall that's being built around Bethlehem. On the right hand side, I could say right hand side now, it's my right hand and your right hand, we will now pass by the biggest refugee camp in Bethlehem, which is called the Haitian refugee camp. And these are refugees from 1948. None of the people that live in this camp are residents of the Bethlehem area. They came here in 1948. The camp started out as tents because all of the people that lived in these camps assumed that very soon they will actually return to their homes inside what has now become Israel. And most of those who live in the Bethlehem refugee camps have come from the southwestern coast areas and also the inside areas in the middle area, like between the West Bank and Gaza. Those villages that were there, this is where the refugee camps came from. The population of the Haitian refugee camp, which now you can see on your right hand side, which we're beginning now to move across, is about 15,000 individuals. And there are two other refugee camps in Bethlehem. We will see both of them, Aida and Azza. Azza is the smallest refugee camp of all of the refugee camps in the Middle East, the Palestinian refugee camps. It has about 1,000 people in it. And it is the smallest camp in that. So now you see the Haitian refugee camp, which goes inside this area. The population has grown and expanded so much that people have moved outside of the refugee camp. Being a refugee doesn't mean you only live in the refugee camp. If you are able to afford it, you can move outside. For the refugee camps, the United Nations is responsible for three things: education, health, and food. So all of the school systems in the refugee camps and healthcare and providing of basic food, especially wheat, flour, oil, rice, that is all provided by the United Nations in a program called UNRWA, the United Nations Relief and Works Association, which you can see their offices inside the refugee camp. Up until 1993, this refugee camp had a fence that completely surrounded it. And if you see on your right-hand side now, you can see the gateway, the entryway that was used by the Palestinian population that was living in the refugee camp to go in and out. So you can imagine just this very long 20-meter fence that went across the street and all around the refugee camp, and only 3 ways of going in and out of the refugee camp, none for vehicles, only for pedestrians to walk in and out through this revolving doorway. And the reason for that was because after the first Intifada started, and as I said, there were Israeli cars driving on this road, mostly settlers, there was a lot of exchange of stone throwing and gunfire between the two. And the answer by the Israeli military was, we'll just build a fence around the refugee camp to prevent the stone throwing from happening, instead of really dealing with what causes these issues and conflicts to happen. So that was the situation for many years until 93 with the Oslo peace process, when the Palestinian Authority came into Bethlehem and the fences were taken down. And part of that was in preventing Israeli cars from coming into the West Bank areas that were now controlled by the Palestinian Authority and the Palestinian leadership. You'll find very few yellow-plated cars here. The yellow plates are for residents of Jerusalem, so or Israeli Arabs or Arabs living inside Israel, that are here. Very, very few Israeli Jewish cars you will find, if any. And you might know that or not, it's actually illegal for Israeli citizens to come into areas A, which are areas controlled by the Palestinian Authority. Even for peace activists, even for people who want to come here in solidarity or to have dialogue or meetings with Palestinians, it is illegal for them in Israeli law to come into these areas.